On July 12th at the downtown Boca Raton Library, I got to be a part of the conversation, and so did a lot of Boca Raton residents, with the help of EDSA facilitating the event, in which we talked about how we would utilize 14 different locations spanning around the Boca Raton community, the different waterfront areas, and how we would like them to look, and how we project to utilize them in the future. And this was a really incredible event. Everyone had the opportunity to really speak their views and opinions on these important locations around town. And I actually had the opportunity to interview the Vice President of EDSA. In our ecological world where the environment is very imperative, it's always on people's minds, and also making sure that designs are long lasting.
Yeah.
How do you go about creating infrastructure that will last for generations, not
and
just
stand
ours?
the test of time?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's, us as landscape architects, we're faced with this challenge a lot. We need to create basically living environments for people to not only live for our generation, but for generations to come. And what we really do is we start by creating or assembling the right team. And that's a lot of biologists, that's a lot of environmentalists, coastal engineers, and we really begin to study the site. We learn what's there, we learn what trees are there, what needs to be preserved, and what really needs to be enhanced. So, yeah.
So at these public forums, you really get a feel for the community. And because of that, how would you encompass or how would you articulate what the Boca brand is truly like?
The Boca brand is really what is driving all of these designs. I mean, we count on you guys, and we count on the community to really influence what we're doing. We just take our expertise as designers, but as far as ideas and specific elements of what you want, we really rely on the community. None of this can happen without the input of the residents, which you heard tonight, and we take this very seriously. We go through everyone's comments. We have all these different surveys, and we encourage people to really reach out throughout this entire process.
Got ya. And because you are so open and interested in hearing what the public has to say, what has been the most surprising thing that people have said about your designs, and also the thing that has most validated your designs? What have people said to really make you say wow, we really are doing something right here?
There's been a lot of a lot of people have different ways of expressing how they want, and really what it comes down to is people just want to be heard. Everyone has a different agenda, and everyone really wants different things, but at the end of the day, as long as we can come up with a unified design that a lot of times is multifunctional and really appeases a lot of different priorities and agendas, that's really usually kind of how we go about doing it.
Definitely. Well, It's wonderful getting to hear a glimpse of how you go about making these designs, because this really will impact everyone. This is our land and our infrastructure. So thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for taking a closer glimpse into what the waterfront properties in 14 different areas of our city can potentially look like with the help of EDSA, and just how they're planning and taking all of your voices into consideration when really building the infrastructure of our city. It's super exciting, and we all can't wait to see what the final results are. So make sure to stay tuned with the Boca Voice to really find out and get those helpful updates. This has been Stephanie Terra with Millennials Under a Microscope. Thanks so much for tuning in.